NBA action on EA Sports. I'm Ed Cohen. Great to be joined by Jay Williams. Should be a terrific game here tonight. From the world's most famous arena, Madison Square Garden in Midtown Manhattan. Tonight, the New York Knicks taking on the Portland Trail Blazers. The Trailblazers control the tap. To Kent Bazemore. 49 wins for the Trailblazers last year. That was good for third in the West. Jay, what's your projection for this season?
Well, the projection is that they can't afford to stumble out of the gates, which they've done over the last couple of seasons. Unfortunately, I think this team is stagnant to a certain degree. They have great talent, but I don't think they have the pieces to win in the gauntlet of the West.
Portland's got it. McCollum sets him up, and he throws it down. Big finish for Hassan Whiteside.
How about right after the dunk, he looks right over towards the bench, gets a call from the coach about what defense they're in, and then gets his team set. Those are people that are able to lead men.
Here comes the screen. McCollum into the front court. Looking to make something happen. Going to launch beyond the arc. A tough make there for C.J. McCollum. Can't fault the defender on that one.
Even though the coach initially may not like that shot, now he's clapping because that ball went in.
Knicks with 4 to shoot. To Dennis Smith Jr. Fires the 3, and Dennis Smith Jr. so athletic. Good on the quick release.
I don't know how he saw his man out in the cut like that, but that was nice.
Portland has the ball. Old school. Backs his man down for the basket.
You feel that? I see the confidence building.
To Dennis Smith Jr. Nothing going here on that drive. Screen coming. To Monroe. And he's fouled. Nice move that time, and he's going to the line for 2.
You see this all the time. The defensive players establishing his presence on the court and also checking to see how far the refs are going to let him go.
First free throw is good. And he makes them both. Trailblazers take over. Lillard takes stock of the floor. To the rim, lays it up and in.
Contact on a drive can be a beautiful thing. Making those tough shots can really help you build a mental advantage over your defender.
Here comes the screen. Dennis Smith Jr. sizing up McCollum. To Julius Randle, now ready for a couple of free throws.
Guys like Gary Payton would always take ones early like this all the time. Number 1, to see if they'll get caught. And number 2, to leave a little mark on you to remind you that they'll be on you all game long.
Able to convert on both free throws. Knocked loose. That's out. Last touch by Julius Randle. Lillard to Kent Bazemore. Finish that. Jay, the Knicks searched long and hard for their next head coach. They chose David Fizdale. Why was this the right choice?
Well, first off, he's a 2-time NBA champion as assistant coach with D. Wade and LeBron James from Miami Heat. And I got some time to spend with him down in Miami at D. Wade's fantasy camp. He is hard and very stern, but it comes from a brotherly place. His ability to build the right culture in New York will be imperative, but it all starts with that kind of teaching.
Yes, and the foul, and a chance at 3 coming up.
He should get some kind of acting award. That's a great sell by the offensive player. But guess what? The ref spit, and that's the game.
Damian Lillard at the line for a chance at a 3-point play. Career 88% from the line. Free throw up and good. And the 3-point play puts them up early in this one.
I got him. Here we go.
Here comes the screen. To Julius Randle. Hassan Whiteside able to recover with the block.
Sent a message on that one, Ed.
Greg Monroe pins it.
Don't stare him down like that afterwards.
Knicks with the basketball. Down to Randle. Able to convert inside.
Old school equals high percentage.
Lillard to Ken Bazemore. Here comes the screen. Hood to Lillard. From the painted area, won't go down.
Seems like a lot of contact on that play. If I were that player, I would pull the ref over to the side, talk to him, express to him how much contact there was so he could look for that same foul call potentially the next time down the court.
Scores from the post. Lillard. Nothing going here on that drive. D's got it. Damian Lillard. He's 2 for 5. Not great, but trending.
It's almost like he had the defender on a string, and he's the puppet master.
Hassan Whiteside with a piece. And he's fouled. Very close, Jay. The result, he's going to the line.
I'm the first to say I like D as much as the next guy, but you gotta be smart. Early fouls like that may come back to haunt you later in the game.
First try at the line, no good. Second one's good. Splits the pair. It's Portland ball. McCollum to Rodney Hood. Here comes the screen. Hood to Whiteside. Hassan Whiteside. 2 for 2. That's what you want.
He's been doing this for years. The physicality in which he plays. No one wants to see that. You're going to leave the game with black and blue marks all over your body.
Smith. A bad pass there. Blazers have it.
Pick up that sense of urgency. Here's a chance to break the tie.
Scores on the step back.
Man, he's got the defender out there tap dancing like that on national TV. That's not a good sign.
Iguodala to bring it up. They trail by 2. From the outside, no good.
The contest was good, but you being a nuisance was great. Continue to be that gnat that no matter how many times you swing at it, it never goes away.
To Rodney Hood. He connects, had all the time in the world. Too easy.
Man, if we were at Rucker Park right now, everybody would be wilding on the court. Guarantee it.
To Monroe. Tough shot and nearly a chance at a three-point play. No foul.
Hand down, man down. You got to get up and contest the shot.
McCollum with the basketball. Two-point advantage. Trying to cash in. To Dennis Smith Jr. To Julius Randle. Count the basket. A lot of contact. No foul.
They're going to have to find answers defensively and quickly because he's carving them up in the first quarter.
Now the Blazers will use a timeout as they'll go over some tactics now in this first quarter of play. Looks like both teams are making substitutions.
Substitutions, New York. Subbing in for the Portland Trailblazers.
Lillard to McCollum. Taj Gibson sends it away. That's out. Last touch by Taj Gibson. McCollum. Taj Gibson. That's 3 now on 4 shots.
I love the drive to the basket there. Instead of trying to go around or over, go through.
Lillard to McCollum. And Jay, they called the foul.
His timing was a tad bit off.
That's his first personal foul. Team foul number 3.
Lillard to McCollum.
Screen.
To Lillard. Has a look. Shot by Lillard, no good. And the slam.
Oh, man, did you see that swiftness? He dunked that thing like a tennis ball.
It looked like that in his hand. Lillard to McCollum. Down to Labissiere. Nice pace, sets it up, and slams it down.
Well, they have such great flow to their offense this evening. The ball isn't sticking to one player individually. It's moving around the perimeter, and it's zipping. They're playing with a special cohesiveness.
Count it, and the foul. He's going to the line for a free throw.
So many times we get on the defender for quote-unquote letting the offensive player score on an and one. Sometimes there's a lucky bounce, but more often than not, it's the offensive player who makes the play happen despite the defender's best intentions.
Trailblazers with the basketball. Lillard to Ken Bazemore. McCollum to Ken Bazemore. C.J. McCollum, 4 out of 7.
And CJ is a guy that doesn't get the respect that he deserves on a nationwide level. 3 straight seasons averaging over 20 points per game. He's a guy that's automatically in range once he leaves the car entering the stadium.
To Gibson. Taj Gibson above the rim.
It's so amazing when you get a chance to see a player in his own space. It's almost as if the defense doesn't exist. He can go left, he can go right, he can attack. He's playing on that court by himself.
Had a chance, but it's no good. Smith with the basketball. Leads 1. To Taj Gibson. Taj Gibson. He's now 5 for 6.
This type of game needs to be celebrated. This is the type of culture that is fostered when you play with unselfish players. When you give up a little bit of yourself and you make your teammate look great, that's the difference between winning and losing. So when you see these guys smiling, when you see them giving each other high fives, that's because of the energy that was created from the pass. Pass is one of the most brilliant things we have in this game.
Labissiere has got 2 shots coming. For his career, 76% from the line. Goes 2 for 2 at the line. Possession lies with New York. Smith. Driving right to the basket. And it's a Blazer rebound. Lillard to McCollum. He was all over him. Missed the shot. No free throws. Another follow. Oh, and a putback.
There you go, big fella.
Smith with it up top. Down a point. That's what you like to see off the pick and roll. Nice, easy basket.
Ed, 2 years ago, I was sitting in the draft room absolutely shocked that Dennis Smith went at 9 in the draft. And when I think about this young man's game, he is just scratching the surface of what he can do. He finished tied for 4th among rookies in scoring last season, and I guarantee you his game is going to continuously go to different levels.
Oh, great defense there, forcing the pickup. For 3, had to force that one, but it's no good. Lillard on the drive, but he can't finish. Iguodala to bring it up. Leads just a point. To Gibson. Here comes the screen. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. Can't connect. It's no good. To McCollum. Fires the 3. And C.J. McCollum knocks down a wide open look.
I know he's a volume shooter. I know defensively at times you have to take your lumps. Might be time to adjust the scouting report, though. Start denying him the ball.
To Dennis Smith Jr. A pass stolen by Portland.
That's called game plan execution to perfection. Every possession on the road is critical.
Let's see what the Knicks can do here. Dennis Smith Jr. up against the Weber State product. Deep left corner. To Dennis Smith Jr. New York with 4 to shoot. Nothing going here on that drive. Oh, bad pass there. Blazers have it.
You go back to the principles, things that we started working on when we were in 1st and 2nd grade. It's called the shell drill. You stay down in the stance defensively, you try to deny the next pass away, and you have to communicate. If your conditioning is bad, you have no chance. But if you're able to do all these things together, collectively, you will be able to stop a great passing team.
Knicks with 4 to shoot. Here's a chance from long range. Not that time. To McCollum from long range. That won't go. Into the front court comes Smith. Down just a couple. Second effort. Nice follow-up on the dunk there. He was ready right at the tip.
What a first half he's having. He came out of the gate, attacked, found ways to get to the rim. Now look how easy the game is coming to him.
To McCollum. Beyond the arc for 3. That no good. Off the mark. Iguodala to bring it up. Looking to make something happen. Here comes the screen. To Dennis Smith Jr. Nice pass to set things up.
This type of game needs to be celebrated. This is the type of culture that is fostered when you play with unselfish players. When you give up a little bit of yourself and you make your teammate look great, that's the difference between winning and losing. So when you see these guys smiling, when you see them giving each other high fives, that's because of the energy that was created from the pass. Pass is one of the most brilliant things we have in this game.
Screen coming. To Taj Gibson. Old school. Backs his man down for the basket.
So much about passing is about the pace of the pass. Sometimes you need to dart the pass through the gap. Other times you need to have a feathery touch where you can loft the ball up for your player to dunk the ball. That pace is everything in this game.
Short jumper won't fall.
Misses happen. Don't put your head down. Let that motivate you in the defensive end. Use it for something positive.
And he'll go to the foul line.
Everybody in the building understands he's been a known target. Looks like they're hacking early in this one.
The Knicks now hold a penalty.
Scalabiciere. Couple of free throws on the way. He's perfect from the line so far. Knocks down the first.
New York. Entering the game for the Portland Trailblazers. Number 27.
Goes 2 for 2.
Substitutions, New York. Stepping in for the Portland Blazers.
Dennis Smith Jr. defended by McCollum. To Monroe. Throws it down.
You know, from a point guard perspective, one of the things that I learned when I played in the league was that the more I was willing to give the ball up, the harder other players were willing to run to their spots. The harder the bigs were running to the rim. The harder the three-point shooters were running to the three-point line because they knew they could be active recipients. And when they caught the ball, they knew exactly what to do with it.
Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
People become so fixated on the hands or the arms or the strengths of the arms. I look at the legs. The strength of his legs help him power through that play. That's how you get and ones.
And he converts on the free throw.
I get him right back too.
New York in control of the basketball. Smith. Here comes the screen. A pass stolen by Portland.
Neck and neck. They couldn't get anything on that possession. Let's see if we can get a bucket in transition.
The assist from number 7, Scalabiciere.
Smith into the front court. His guys find themselves trailing by a bucket. That's going to be out of bounds. And they call it.
A simple touch foul.
That's his third.
Damian Lillard at the line for 2 shots. Hasn't missed yet. And hits the first free throw. And gets both to drop at the line. To Dennis Smith Jr. Hassan Whiteside. Huge block.
That's why a rim protector is a necessity in this game.
Marcus Morris snatching it out of the air.
Don't stare him down like that afterwards.
Catch up, baby. Cut it, I got yours.
To Monroe. The big guy, Greg Monroe. That's how it's done. He's 4 for 4 in the game.
And a lot of passers usually have their head on the swivel, but ultimately, either you have a feel for the game or you don't.
And they call the foul. Careful there, Jay.
Ed, you can't lunge like that.
Damian Lillard has got 2 shots coming. He's perfect from the line so far. And he connects on the first free throw.
Substitutions, New York.
Good free throw shooting. Knocks down a pair.
Good shot.
Into the game for the Blazers. Number 5, Rodney. Into the game for the Knicks. Number 13.
Lillard to Rodney Hood. Lets it fly from long range. Rodney Hood couldn't get open, misses the shot.
He had such a great first half, but obvious adjustments were made defensively to shut him down, and now he's really starting to struggle.
To Dennis Smith Jr.
I'll say this, great young talent, but needs to really start making better decisions and protecting the ball.
Lillard, guarded by Gibson. To Rodney Hood. Portland has 4 to shoot. Hood. Lillard. It's good.
You know, it reminds me, Ed, of a story a legendary coach once told me. He said, if you ever get in a fight, you're not going to hit somebody with an open hand, correct? You'll probably break a finger. But if you hit somebody with a fist, what is that? That's 5 fingers working collectively together as one. That's how you deliver a knockout punch, and that's what we're seeing tonight.
Rises for the slam.
And no emotion, just that ice-cold stare. That's a sign of somebody who's here to compete.
And he's fouled. Earns a trip to the foul line, Jay.
Ed, as a defender, you cannot, I repeat, you cannot foul in the act of upward motion into your shot. Your timing needs to be better.
Damian Lillard, couple of free throws on the way. Hasn't missed yet. First one goes down. Two for 2 on that trip. The possession lies with New York. The screen sets him up for 2.
Might have had an extra dribble or 2 there, but he got the shot he wanted.
A lot of contact. Shots no good and no foul. Hassan Whiteside swats it.
Blocking so many shots only gives your perimeter that much more confidence to really apply more pressure.
Now preparing to shoot at the line.
I don't know about that one, Ed. I always thought your hand was part of the ball.
Damian Lillard at the line for 2 shots. He's perfect from the line so far. First one, count it. And he makes them both. Smith now into the front court. His guys down big. Here comes the screen. To Gibson. Big finish at the rim.
An easy 2. Get back on defense.
Number 13.
Hey, switch that down.
Leaves his man in the dust and finishes at the rim. Jay, that's been the story this evening.
I mean, another one? Another dunk? Another easy possession? I mean, how demoralizing can this be for the team? Why am I the only one yelling? I don't see anybody on the bench yelling. I don't see anybody on the court even angry right now.
Portland's got it. Probing the defense. Here comes the screen. Lillard buries the 3. He's too good to leave that open.
I know there are refs on the court all the time, but it doesn't mean they can see every play. Maybe defensively, grab his jersey, step on his toe, do something to kind of change up his pace.
Here comes the screen. Converts in the paint. Nice finish at the rim.
Oh, don't see the read, be the read.
Hood to Lillard. Here comes the screen. It's Lillard for 2. Wide open look, won't go.
I got him. That's me. My ball.
Down low to Smith. Nice pass to get things going.
But most importantly, you have to keep the ball moving. Maybe run some floppy sets, some horn sets. Raise those bigs up, which open up the lane, and let them be the passers to make plays easier for the guards.
To Taj Gibson. Taj Gibson above the rim.
And when you get your prescription, you take your medicine and you call it a day.
The assist from number 13.
Lillard to Rodney Hood. Here comes the screen.
Screen coming left.
From the painted area, won't go down.
Yo, big kudos to the defender. It seems like the mere presence of him in the paint was enough to throw off the concentration of the guy trying to drop the layup in.
Count the basket inside.
I'm not sure that wasn't an offensive foul, but take it when you can get it.
Greg Monroe rejects it. That's his third block this evening.
This game is all about playing mind tricks on people. The offense is more worried about getting their shot blocked than they are about actually making the shot.
To Gibson. Randall. Smith. Anthony Tolliver sends it away. Monroe.
You know why? I don't see anybody on the defensive end standing up out of position. I see everybody squatted down, really active with their hands. That's the mentality that will lead you to where you want to go.
Lillard to Rodney Hood. Dame rises, knocks it down, off the step back.
Oh, he buckled his knees so bad, it didn't matter if he scored or not. That's a win for the internet.
Now the coach of the Knicks gonna signal for a timeout. They're down big in this fourth quarter, and a chance here to empty their bench. Smith.
Hey, you got the screen right, screen right.
To Monroe. Whistled for the foul. Chance coming up at the free throw line.
Love the fact that the shooter created contact on the upward motion to shoot the basketball. Big time play.
Nope, first one does not go. Knocks down the second after missing the first. Portland has the ball. Lillard to Rodney Hood. Surveys the floor. Hood to Lillard. It's a big finish.
I know there's that old saying that says one man can't beat five, but we're watching one man carry four other players. His back has to be hurting. Another big-time finish.
Cruises inside for two.
2 points. The assist from number 13.
It's the Trailblazers who get to victory as they win this one handily. For Jay Williams and all our crew, I'm Ed Cohen saying so long for now. This has been a presentation of the NBA on EA Sports.
The Trailblazers took this down to the wire before getting the win. The statistic that seems to stand out in 3D is their assists. So on behalf of ESPN on EA Sports, I'm Jalen Rose. We look forward to seeing you again next time.